What they do. This your boy DP.
This your girl T.
And we're the Geminis Gemz, representing for the Geminis across the world, giving our own Miami perspective.
For sure.
So you can follow us on all podcast platforms at Geminis Gemz.
Also follow us on Instagram, Geminis_Gems, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Geminis Gemz.
Hey, make sure you like, follow, you comment, and you subscribe. Yes. And make sure when you type it in, it's Geminis with the S, Gems with a Z. And what we do, T?
Drop them gems.
Drop them gems. What they do, y'all. How y'all doing out there?
Right.
So yeah, we back with another one.
And another one.
With a spicy topic today. So yeah.
All right.
We are with another one today. We're gonna do a reaction.
Okay.
Right. So we're gonna do a reaction, right, T?
Right.
And what we're reacting to today.
So I came across this article based off on the new field that I'm in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what topic or what's going on that, what just, 5 seconds, like, let me just look up something.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, okay, let me see what's going on with, what's really going on this earth with human sex trafficking, also with the teen sex trafficking, things of that nature. Mm-hmm. And then I came across this article that this man was just sentenced to like 25 years.
25 years.
And guess where he was doing the sex trafficking at and where he got caught at?
Of course,
like
Miami,
he
right?
got caught in Miami during the Super Bowl, like this past Super Bowl when Miami was here right before COVID.
Crazy.
So this is like February of 2020, right before they announced COVID, like that next month, which is March, of course.
Right.
So I said, what is happening? And they just released it like right now, which is Saturday, the first Saturday. Actually, this is the second Saturday because the first was on a Saturday.
Okay.
So this is the second Saturday in January. And I'm just like, wow, 25 years. And I read the article and I was just like, oh my goodness. So if I had a question, like, so he had 3 girls with him. I want to say it was 2 women and 1 17-year-old.
Right.
And I was like, so how many other young girls, how many other women, hopefully, like, even if we have males, like, how many other out there was under his operation, but he got caught. So it's just, I wanted to just share what really is going on this world. And my heart goes out to the teens, especially the young girls, because why are you left alone? Like, no judgment to the parents, but it's like, where were you? Why she was that free for anyone to come and, probably snatch your daughter if that, if she was out, getting out of school, getting ready for, what is it, like extracurriculum outside the school, like the band, whatever, cheerleader, like, if she had to only walk by herself, someone like, oh my gosh, I get it, but how can we protect our kids for these people who are reachers to really come and snatch up our young girls and involve them with these sex trafficking?
That's a question to me.
It's just to the universe.
If you ask me the question,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
So yeah, so with that, I just feel as though, like, with securing your child, you have to do several things, and that's to check in first of all. I know a parent that made sure that they check in with their daughter when they left the house, when they got to the school, when they when school finished. They did certain things that allowed them to check in and know the status of their, child, even after school.
Right.
Now, some things you can't prevent, far as like if the child has to walk home, right, and something may happen. But there's ways of tracking, like we have nowadays the internet. I mean, we have technology,
right,
and with technology, we find ourselves. If a girl was cheating on me, I'll track her.
Right.
But we should use the same tools to protect our child. You get what I'm saying? Like the new technology with the ringers and to see who's in front of the door, who can be in the backyard.
Right.
We have this technology, and I think we just need to find ourselves to gravitate to this technology that helps us to protect other people.
Right.
And that's one way that we can protect our kids. What you think, T?
I am agreeing with you 1000%. While you was talking, I know an organization, and their name is called Christie House Crusaders.
Okay.
All right, and they are mainly also known for, like, especially the youth sex trafficking, and they also based out of South Florida. And I was trying to get their address. So they're located because within the field that I'm in now, I did a lot of webinars and seminars with them over Zoom.
Okay.
And, certified for certain things with them. So they're very, very involved with this. They're located 1265 Northwest 12th Avenue in Miami, Florida, 33136. And
that information will be in the description.
yes, and I just wanted to this is, I'm just looking up something how I can relate to real quickly, and that came in mind because my heart is always with the youth. Like, I love the kids. If you really know T, like, you be like, man, she'll do whatever's best for that child. So I'll be like, okay. So I just wanted to share that. And I was like, look what happened during the Super Bowl. And people from out of state, he's from Connecticut. We'll also link to one of the articles that we came across. He's also from Connecticut. And I want to say he was 48 years old. And it's happening. I know everything on social media, everything all looking good, but it's just like real topics that I think we really need to have these conversations starting within a home. Like, we're living in this crazy world, 2022, to where more conversations are needed to teach each child based off their age. So if you have a 4-year-old or a 10-year-old, like, have those needed conversations, be mature for the way that they can understand it. Because honestly, me and my son, I'm telling you, if you have a conversation with my son, you'll probably think you're talking to a 40-year-old man. And it's like, it starts with the home and the way he talks, the way he moves, and everything. Everyone who knows him, get close to him, they sees it, they be like, bro, like, I know. So talk to the kids based off their age, and this is really happening. And I just really, like, my heart goes out to the victims. Like, I don't know if it was more than the 3 they caught him with. Like, I'm sure it's a chain of them, or he ain't gonna talk. That's why he got 25 years. So go ahead.
This is me. And when I saw the reaction, when I saw the article,
right?
Because I had gotten a notification, and when I saw the article, I just couldn't believe in the sentence. And
okay,
I just was like, well, is it that bad where they have to charge a person, let's say 25 years? Is that a harsh sentence? I know this is kind of like against the grain because we're just focusing on the let's say the victim.
All right,
you get what I'm saying?
Right.
But then I think about the harsh sentence, and I get it. We're going to sentence you hard so we can stop it. You get what I'm saying? Make you as an example to stop it. But then why, like, because the article had explained in it that it was about the need for money. Somebody needed money. So the ideology behind why the girl may have ran away, like you mentioned, the parents. So what was the parents' situation where the daughter felt like she should run away? You get what I'm saying? Or let's say if she just, I'm gonna use the runaway situation, because picking up, you can't control that,
right?
But just to run away from a situation, because this is also in the homes as well. They run away and run to somebody to save them, but then they have to do some type of act in order to bring some income. So the house need to be like kind of molded into this atmosphere where it's love, or it's some type of support system within the house where the child feels like they don't have to run away.
Right.
Now, when it comes down to the sentencing of the let's say the person that's in charge, I mean, he's only doing what he knows to do to make money, because that's what it's all about. He coerced these individuals to, sell
Service
them
for money.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Sell themselves. Yeah. And they kind of okayed it.
It was out like an even trade.
You get what I'm saying? So it was like I pimped you out, and then you said okay to it.
Yeah.
And then
she needed shelter. She needed more clothes.
Right. You get what I'm saying? So it's some things that I just like. It's not that I'm, against him being charged, but also the women should be held accountable too. You get what I'm saying? She should go, they should go to jail as well, because they gave themselves to it. It's not like they didn't have the chance to, I would say, get away from it. Because if you out in public and you're out in, let's say, you go in a room with the guy, you can say, hey, listen, I'm doing this against my will. I don't know if that's a harsh way of looking at it, but then we all have to be accountable, because it's different if they're locked in a house, in a dungeon where they don't know where they are. But if you're out in public, that means you have the know how to, move around and run away from the situation. It seemed like they enjoyed it. I don't know. I know that's a touchy subject.
It is.
But I really look at it from if you want to be free from this situation,
right,
you have to set yourself free, right? Because you have control. You get what I'm saying? Right. Now, I get when the substance, like when I was watching the movie before, there was an individual, they end up like being caught off guard, snatched into the car, right, and then they end up being like put in a place, right, where they didn't know nothing was going on. Like they didn't know the surrounding area, right, and they was drugged up. Okay. So the guys would come to that place, right, and I get it, that you cannot control. You get what I'm saying? But if you are out and about, that's prostitution to me. So if you're out and about and you're moving freedom, like you're free, you get what I'm saying? And then you still get your money and go back and give it to somebody else, I think that's kind of odd.
So, I have to call someone, because this person right here who's like a specialist in this, and I have to call one of my friends. So I think she should be on the line. Hey, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, sis.
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm good. So I'm calling you like right on the spot, and I was like, I don't know, this woman gonna kill me or kick my behind, but this is real. It's all love. But we came across, we're doing a quick what is this? A reaction right quick. And so we came across this topic, and it was about sex trafficking, and they caught this man. I don't know if you saw the article or you read about it, and they caught this man this past Thursday. The first Thursday, 2022, and he was here in Miami for the Super Bowl. And Dwayne made a comment about the article, but I want him to kind of repeat the conclusion so you can add to it based off your field that you've been, and tell him how many years experience and whatever you want to tell the people. But that's what I was calling you for. Love you.
Okay.
So Dwayne, go ahead.
So basically, I have a question, and I said, "What do you think about the sentence?" Because he was sentenced 25 years, and I felt that the sentence to me was too harsh for the claim or the conviction that he was charged with. And the reason why I felt like it was too hard was, and I'm going to sum it up, is because that the individuals that were caught doing the act, they should be held as equally responsible for the act that they were doing. So if they was doing prostitution, they should be held accountable too, not just the male. Because like I was saying, doing the, let's say the trafficking, and I get the minor thing. You get what I'm saying? Like you going over the minor, the 17-year-old, because it was two adults and then one 17-year-old. The 17-year-old, I get it. She wasn't, she's not of age to make a decision. You kind of forced her, but I felt like she still made a decision to do the act. Now, am I going to disagree with him being charged? No, far as the minor. But far as the adults, I felt that as though everyone is equally involved. You know that you're getting yourself up to go out there in the world to sell your body and bring that money back to the guy. And he's basically your pimp. And as I, continue my thought, I just felt like it's not just him that should be charged. It should be them as well. They should be held to a certain standard, because they're the ones that if they wanted to get out of the situation, they should have said, hey, they should have told the customer, hey, listen, I don't want to do this. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they should have voiced their concerns, or they should have voiced their like decision making on that situation. Other than that, they should be held accountable for their action. And yeah, I had something to say with that. To that context, I can't say everything.
Right. He can't say everything, but as much as he could.
Right, as
briefly.
much as I can. Right, because I was freestyle.
Right. But it was one part that he also said that he didn't say. I'm just going to add right quick. Mm-hmm. He also was saying, like, basically, what if they were in public? So you're telling me that they couldn't dash away? You're telling me that they couldn't tell a stranger, some type of clue? So I was like, when he was asking all of these questions, I was like, I have to call one of my girls, because I didn't have nothing to say, because I wanted someone who really in this field to give their opinions or your point of view, just to sum it up what he just said right now.
Okay, so you have several things that you're talking about here. And the first part I'm going to talk about is the 7-year-old minor. Right. So right then and there, we can't even expect or assume that. And then also the article says that they were coerced in doing it. So, and all of them, including the 17-year-old, can still be considered a victim. So let's start with that at first. At the end of the day, he's messing with a minor, and we can say maybe or maybe not he didn't know how old the young lady was, but at the end of the day, they're still being coerced and doing things that they don't want to do. That's number one. Okay. We're going to talk about all three, the 17-year-old and the two women. Depends on how they got into life, how long they've been doing it, and if they were forced, again, to be sex trafficked and trafficked, which is two different topics. So it just depends on how long they've been in the game, what caused them to be human trafficked or sex trafficked. And again, it says he was transporting them to do sexual activity. So who's to say that they aren't being held captive? And even though they were out and about, and you say you want to know why they didn't just leave or run away, you don't know what he has that he could have held against those three young ladies to cause them to be in a situation or stay in the situation that they're in. Okay.
So what I had used as another example was it's a difference between a person being free to move to do the act and a person being held hostage to do the act. You get what I'm saying? So the way I was thinking was like I was sharing with T and our viewers, I was sharing that there's a movie I was watching where the person was like basically taken, I think, from a gas station in the movie, and then they was held against their will at an unknown disclosed location, and they was drugged up. And basically, they was just put in the room. The guys would walk in and do their thing and then leave. And then eventually, the movie the person end up, finding their way out. But it's a difference between a person being free to move about, to run away, and, just be able to leave from that situation, even though they may have something against a person. And I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, because I get it, I understand it, but then it's a difference between being freed and then a person being held captive. And what you have to say about that, if you have something to say.
Well, I'm gonna go back to what I said before. We don't know the exact situation that these young ladies were in. Okay. And as goes on, and they investigate and find out different information as relates to this particular situation that took at the Super Bowl in Miami. Don't really know what these young ladies have been through. We don't know what to be there. And when your definition of free may be different from their definition of what is free.
Gotcha. Because that's just the way I'm thinking. So I'm not disagreeing to what you're saying. Because I'm just looking from the outside looking in, and just just trying to understand why would he be sentenced so harsh, as well as why the women wouldn't be held. They'll just be the victim, but they won't be held accountable for their action as well, because of, again, I mean, I may have misconstrued the word freedom in them just being willing to do this act, and then someone being forced by their will to do it. Because then when with what you were saying, you're right. I don't know the dynamic as far as like if they was just held in a hotel room, but based upon the article, it was just saying how they was just coerced, emotionally, psychologically, but the key word that stuck out was financially. So then the next question that came about in one of my statements that I was making was about the financial need, and how like parents with as far as the 17-year-old, how the parents wasn't, let's say, suitable parents. I don't know if they were suitable or not, but some reason the 17-year-old ended up leaving, or she may have been like captured. But I just wanted to go with the aim, not so much on this article, but the aim of them being like runaways, and the reason why some kids run away, and how could we look at a better benefit to allow kids to understand how the reason to stay home, the reason to be protected, and why the parents are not stepping up to do their part as parents to make sure that they secure, their daughters or their sons. I don't know if I'm making a mess of what I'm saying, but can you just give me your input about what I just said?
So I'm not going to really say that we should be being very opinionated as it relates to parenting, because there's different dynamics of parenting. Okay. But what we put as when it relates to relationships and helping and guiding, whether it's the youth or adults, they need to possibly, number one, they can get a trusted adult or someone that they can talk to if they're not getting it from their parents or their relatives. You also can have maybe someone that they can go to when they're feeling down, depressed, or going through financial situations that won't take advantage of them. So it all depends on the circumstance and situation. But to say that parents are not doing what they have to do or can do to help their kids, it's a lot of things at play. Right. A lot of parents are out here trying to do the best that they can for their kids. Right. And financially, they may think they're doing the best, but kids may want more than what's in front of them.
That's a dynamic within itself. Yeah.
Because I kind of pretty much said what you just said, probably not to say. Because I think I was questioning, like, where are the parents? Like, how do they allow the kids to be free? Right. Like, I was just like, I said throw shade or no judge and all that. But I was like, why we don't have hold on to our kids more? Like, why we don't know their every move? Like, how? So that was just partly of what I said. I was just questioning, like, can we have these conversations within the home? Like, can we really talk to each child based off their age, give them a topic that they would understand? Because it's time to talk. It's no more the streets or social media. I feel like these parents need to, everybody sit down. We're going to be home at by this certain time. Everybody put their phones in front of them. Let's talk. Let's talk about like topics like this or what. But the parents need to talk. So that was what I pretty much said to sum it up. What we're talking about.
And one other thing and thought to think about, not everybody's comfortable and not every parent is comfortable having these type of conversations.
Wow.
So again, that's why we need to find a relative, maybe a social worker, a therapist, somebody in the community, a mentor that can help guide and help the parents and you when it comes to those topics, because not everybody feels good or comfortable or have been taught how to have those type of conversations.
Right.
Right.
All
right, y'all.
So we appreciate that. That insight, because you kind of opened my eyes to a different approach or a different lens of looking at the situation, because sometimes I be for the men and understand women just be putting themselves in certain situations, not all the time, and not all women, but I have a different perspective on it, and yes, I appreciate the insight.
Thank you so much for tuning in and actually doing this with us. We appreciate it. A professional. Hey, we know people. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Have a great one.
You too. Bye-bye. Right. Oh my goodness, that was so awesome. Yeah. Like when you was saying what you were saying, I was like, I have to call this person. I have to call.
That's why I told you, man. When you began it and you brought her name up, I was like, why not do it? Like,
let's do it right now. All right, y'all. Okay.
So yeah.
All right, y'all.
So you all can check the link below. Yes. We're going to put the information down for the ones that do need the help.
Right.
As well as put the article information so you can read up on the article.
Right.
Put your opinions or whatever, even if you disagree with what I'm saying or you agree with what T was saying. And what's your girl name? What she was saying.
Right. The specialist on that. Right. Yes.
So
oh my goodness. Can I just add right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because people need to understand, like she said, that's like a heavy topic to speak about. Everyone not able to grasp it. So I just had to exhale. And when we did trainings on like heavy topics like this, we did this like in increments, and we did a lot of breathing exercise. So if you give this, whoever you might share this with someone, give them a warning like, hey, get ready to have a breathing exercise. And when you realize you're not breathing, stop it. Like, stop this recording and breathe, because some people be like, sponging all of the energy. Like, listen, it is a heavy topic. Yeah. So I have to say, my spirit say, girl, you better let them know. So if you had to go through that without the breathing, I'm sorry, but someone gave this to you. I am telling them to be aware, be cautious, because this is a heavy topic. Right. That's all T wanted to say.
Yeah, I'm your boy DP.
All right.
This my girl T.
Hey, y'all.
And we Gemini Gemz.
Yes.
That's Geminis with the S. Gems with the Z. And what we do, T.
Hey, y'all, we dropped them gems.
Hey, if you see us dropping it in a cup, that means somebody.
Oh, we'll talk about that later. Bye.
Did something they wasn't supposed to. Nah, don't do me like that.
Barry.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.